Hello, welcome to my channel. My channel's fireinthehell03.com. Welcome to my channel. I'm going to be doing some reviews and all sorts of stuff. I'm just starting to get the hang of exactly where this channel is going to go. So you can check out some of my old videos that I made. But right now we're going to start up with some very interesting movie reviews. I watch a lot of movies. I have a degree in film, so why not go and actually talk about film? Alright, first film I want to talk about is Hansel vs. Gretel. I watched this movie. It's kind of a modern take on the aftermath of what happens with Hansel and Gretel. Hansel somehow decides he's going to go off and hunt witches. Then you got Gretel, who actually takes over the bakery that was making meat pies from the witch that they killed in the first place, which we never actually see in this movie. The backstory, you hear about it, but it's all about Hansel hunting witches, coming back, meeting his sister because there's disappearances of people dying in their hometown. A new weird coven of witches comes to town, and it throws Hansel and Gretel at opposite sides of the spectrum. Gretel's with the witches, Hansel's hunting them down. The movie's very interesting from the perspective of it's got some good action sequences for a low-budget movie. However, the one interesting twist that I will say is the progression of how we get the characters changing. You get to see a very interesting acting choices being made by the actress who's portraying Gretel. Gretel's kind of weird because she's on the fence within this film, so you've got her where you see moments of possibly regret, possibly just trying to go completely evil or being taken over by something. We're not 100% sure, and I don't want to spoil anything, so I'm going to try and stay as spoiler free as possible. But you have to understand, the way that this movie is set up, they tell you straight from the bat, it's Hansel versus Gretel. You know it's going to come down to that confrontation. You can't spoil something that's clearly right there in the title. Now, that being said, you have a movie that was shot very well for a low-budget movie. There are no big-name actors in this. The special effects are very interesting because each one of the witches that they bring in from this crazy coven that Gretel's kind of siding with, they all seem to have different abilities. And we actually get to see how their powers act, whether it could be mind control, whether it's deception, whether it's sniffing out other abilities, or witches, whatever have you. You actually get a very interesting perspective on this, and Hansel is portrayed kind of as just your typical hunter. I would say he falls short of being a Winchester from Supernatural, but yet he's somewhere of his own making, trying to be like Grimm. He's hunting down these witches all over the place. So he's got a good track record because he's apparently killed a bunch of them before this movie starts, but you're not really going to get too much of a great story here. You will get some good action sequences. The story's okay. This is a movie that I would suggest if you're going to watch it. You don't have to pay 100% attention to it. So it's one of those movies you can actually watch on your tablet. If you're going to Netflix it, you can actually go watch this through your phone or on your tablet. You watch it on the computer if you're on a flight or you're taking a long road trip. This is something that it's not a must-see, but if you like the kind of supernatural stuff, you might want to check this one out. I'm going to give this one a rating, and I'm trying to figure out a good rating system, but right now it's going to be a simple rating system for the time being, and it's either must see, watch, travel, okay, and don't waste your time. I'm going to go with this as a travel movie, so it's nice in the middle. It's not something you have to see. It's not something that you might want to miss out on. It's something you could definitely find on the Sci-Fi Channel if it's on. But I would definitely say, if you're going to watch this one, this is a travel movie. Don't have to pay attention to it as much because you're not going to miss some great acting moments. But it's definitely something you may want to check out depending on your mood. If you're looking for something to watch to kill some time, or if you just need about an hour and a half to kill on a road trip or, say, a flight, this is probably the movie you might want to watch. So, I'm Daniel, Fire in the Hell 03. This is my channel. Subscribe. Check out some of my old videos. I've got some AMVs. I have a couple of short student films that I've done in the past, and as well as some Loot Crate unboxings. I will be doing more of those when the next Loot Crate comes out. So subscribe to my channel. You can use the link, hit the subscribe button. Anything that I post will be on here, so it'll all be in the descriptions. I'm not going to go crazy with the annotations and stuff. Eventually, I'll have a few of them in there. But right now, I want you to check out the movie if you really want to see it. If you're going someplace, you might want to check it out, rent it off of Redbox, whatever. Figure out how you're going to get it. But it's one you may want to check out if you're on the road, if you don't have a lot of time, or even if you're trying to kill like your break time at work. Check this one out if you're so inclined. But like I said, it's a travel movie. So, that being said, I'm Daniel. I hope you enjoyed this review, and we'll have more coming down the pipe. So, enjoy.